one would think that after everything that has happened with Emmett Till and everything that's going on with our police and African Americans, that you wouldn't have to worry about white women making false police reports. And that's why we have laws in place just in case someone makes a false police report. Let me give you guys a little bit background story. Chris and I got a detail on our car on Saturday. After the detail was done, I was missing my social security card, a box of bullets, an extra iPhone that I had in my glove compartment. They looked like they went through and made copies of all of, like, because I had, like, all my personal information was in my glove compartment locked. And all that information was gone. And then when I went back today, they gave me some yellow bag and like, oh, we forgot to give you your bag. And it was missing my iPhone, my vape, my bullets, my social security card. They did have my driver's license and my insurance in there, and the remote to the TVs in my car, but everything else was missing. The video that I'm gonna post, the video clip now, is me. What happened was we went up there and I asked the young lady first, I asked her if I could see my invoice, and she's like, no. And I was like, okay. And she's like, we have other customers, we don't have time for you. And I was like, I'm not leaving until I get my receipt, until I find out who was working on my car, so I can let Groupon know, because this was through Groupon. I was like, so I can let Groupon know what happened. At that point, she called us the N-word. She says, I'm telling you niggers to get the fuck out of my store. At that point, I had Christopher call the police, and I'll put up a screenshot of when Christopher called the police. 11 minutes later, we're still waiting for the police, and oh, I'll let you guys know, I carry my firearm. You guys should know, you guys all know, I believe in my Second Amendment rights of carrying my firearm. I'm a registered concealed weapons license holder. I'm legally able to carry my gun, exposed or concealed. She calls the police after we called the police. And I heard her say, because she was going towards the back of the store, and she goes, there's two black men with a gun. I told Chris, I said, call the police back. And this is the second 911 call, you guys can see. I said, call the police back, because I think she's making a false police report, because we weren't doing any of that. Like, my gun was still on my hip. Why were you even looking if I had a gun? I can legally carry a gun in America. If it's not a fucking school or a public office or like a courthouse, I can carry my gun, unless it specifically says on there that I cannot carry my gun in that institution. What follows? This is what followed. This is fucking what followed. This is why we have problems with police. It's not that you guys are racist. It's not that the police are racist. It's the people who are calling the police. Just like what happened with Emmett Till and how he got fucking lynched off of a white woman lying about how he raped her, and that was complete false. Caucasian people and white people are using police as a tool of oppression. We've all known this for years. But now the difference is niggas like myself are starting to be educated, we're starting to know our rights, and we're starting to record everything. Let me, guys, after knowing that story, do you think that this was appropriate, what they did to me? Do you think that that was appropriate? And the only reason they responded like this is because they told me that they got a call saying that there were two black men with guns waving them around and threatening people. You can see how I'm talking to the guy calmly at the beginning of the video. You can see me trying to explain to him what's happening to my car. Watch the video. Watch how I get treated as a fucking black person in America. Because I have the right, or I have the audacity to know my fucking rights. I have the audacity to be a black man who has a Mercedes-Benz who's complaining. And then I have the audacity to carry a gun as a black man. Welcome to America, folks.
Paper.
So there's a huge scratch. No, there's a huge scratch. Yeah, I'm Carlos. There's a huge scratch off, and you can go look at it on the top of my thing. We went around the car like you guys do. It wasn't there before you started. And then come out here for a second. I'm not really concerned about the scratch. That's not really, because I don't know if you guys are, I'm not really concerned. What I'm really upset about is this was locked, right? The only way for you to unlock that is to take my key. You can tell that this has been detailed, correct? Very clean, very detailed. Thank you for cleaning it. My problem with that is, you guys put all the stuff that was in here.
Yes, exactly.
I had a box of bullets.
A box of what?
A box of bullets. I had my social security card. I had an iPhone, and I had
Where?
in my glove department.
I opened the first time, like the glove department, it was like that. You have it right now.
No, it was not, sir. This was all in there. That's what I'm telling you. Look at this. What is this right here? What is this? This is my license and registration, correct? Why would this be in my trunk in a bag? Where do you keep your license and registration?
Of course. So they brought the AR-15s out again.
It's okay. Get them on recording. Hi, officer. Get this on recording, Chris. I am an armed man. I do have my arm on me. No one's being threatened. No one has been threatened. My name is Carlos Dillard. Why are you coming up to me with AK-47? Why are you coming up to me with guns? My gun's on my hip. I will not take my gun off of my hip. I will not take my gun off my hip. I have my Second Amendment right to carry my gun. And my wallet right here. Take my wallet. Turn those headlights off. My wallet. Headlights off the floor. I will not turn my back on white officers. So done. Put your gun there.
Hey, mechanic! Turn the lights on!
I am not going to turn my back with you guys with your guns drawn. I have not committed any law. Put your guns down, sir. And I'm not going up there with your gun in my back. Because y'all going to get scared, you're going to shoot me in the back.
I need to take your gun off your hip.
What? Under what law? What law have I broken? Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? I'm being detained? Under what circumstances? Under what circumstances? I called the police. I called you here.
I know.
Where am I? I'm being detained? I'm being detained. Okay, here you go. Chris, get this.
Sir, you can continue recording, but step over to your left.
Chris, get
Step over to your
everything.
Hey, sir. I'm Officer Johnson with Seattle Police Department. You're making an audio video recording, okay? Sit up, guys. This guy right here.
Am I going to get shot in the fucking back?
How are you involved in this?
He's my husband.
He's your husband?
This is the second time this month this has happened.
You see how you're being recorded?
This is the second time. Why am I being detained?
They stole from our car.
Answer my question.
We brought our weapon because we didn't know what was going to happen. He has his concealed weapons license, so he can open carry whenever he wants to open carry. They stole from our car. We came to speak to the manager to get some resolution now. The white lady in there called the police saying that we had a gun and that she probably felt threatened. And then here you guys are now. Sounds about right? That's the story you got?
That's about what I know.
That's about the story you got, yeah. But they stole from my car and she got some type of way because this is our car here. We were here Saturday. They stole his social security card, a box of bullets, a bag of antique coins, and an iPhone outside of my glove compartment that was locked.
Okay.
We came to get the people's name and information that we're here.
No, I
And then the white lady calls the police because of this happening. So and all my shit's been stolen. Now I'm still having to explain to the police all this stuff because she felt like she was being fighted against, and that's not fair.
You want it?
You know the last opportunity I had was a black male who had his house broken in. He came out into the street all excited and he had a gun, not even a full waistband. And I come walk up and I said, "Sir, are you the homeowner?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Calm down. Calm down." I never said a word. So I saw on your ID the photo that you recently moved to Washington.
Yeah, but I haven't changed my ID yet. I have an Everett Linwood address.
So, and everything you said is true. You can carry, open carry in the state of Washington.
Okay.
So he did nothing wrong.
It's just like, Christopher, she said that we put the gun out and was making
When did we pull the gun out? Run the cameras back. Run the cameras
I would
back.
like to make a false report
Run the
against
cameras
her.
back. That is the
She
fucking
made a
lie.
false
That is
police
not.
report. And she's not going to get arrested just like they never do, Chris.
If she's claiming that your husband pulled a gun out
When?
and that didn't happen, and we can prove that, then she can't be
I
charged.
would like to.
You guys to run the camera and show me when he pulled his gun out.
And there's no reason that we can't do that.
That is not fair. That's a complete lie, and I'm sorry. That's a fucking lie. That pisses me off. That pisses me off.
They won't make a false police report against her now.
Well, they have to run the cameras back to see that she lied about pulling the gun out. That's a fucking
We
lie.
call 911 and we can get the 911 report when I make a phone call.
I'll get you a case number for this incident.
I'm standing next to my husband.
Go finish talking to him. It's fine.
Do you got his name and info? Yes. Yeah? Hey Carlos,
This
I'm gonna write a police report, but I need your information for the police report, and then you'll have access to that report.
Everything I have, everything you need is there. You guys took them out and just didn't put them back in, but I just kind of need my stuff. No response. I waited this morning, and then I called Groupon. Groupon told me that I need to get the manager's name, everyone's name who was working on the vehicle, and just get my main receipt. So I came back to get that, and the lady was just all, she's like, I don't need to speak to you. I didn't just speak to you, faggot. Literally, like, she called us the nigger word, she's called us the faggot word, and then we stood out here. Yes, this is why I'm upset.
Now more training.
And then she got on the phone and said there are 2 black men waving a gun, and I heard her say 2 black men with a gun. I heard her say that.
What I want you to do is
Don?
Because this is not only a false police report, this is a hate crime, and this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Carlos, that's me. I'm gonna bring my supervisor. So we're gonna up this up the chain.
You were. I'm not saying that you weren't.
No, Christopher, this
I'm
was a
saying
hate
that bitch
crime.
lied.
She called us a nigger faggot, and then she said there were 2 black men with a gun. That's a fucking hate crime. And she said, I'm not gonna speak to you people. And then called the police on us to say that we were waving a gun. So you guys saw what happened. You saw that I was very calm the entire time. Even before the police got there, when I was inside the business, I was just telling the dude what was stolen. So at what point was I waving my gun? At what point was I threatening them? If I was threatening you with a gun, you wouldn't be sitting, my gun was on my hip. You wouldn't be sitting there following me outside the store, following me to my car to look at what was stolen. That was a lie. So at this point, I asked them, I said, you guys can see that she's made a false police report. I would like to file charges against her for one, not only a hate crime, but for filing a false police report against me. This was their response. That white woman, right there. Right there, hi. She just called the police, all these guys. They came out here with AK-47s, AR-15s, put me on my knees. You guys saw the video. She literally called the police. The 911 report said that I was waving my gun and that we were being sporadic and angry, right? Are we under arrest, Chris?
No.
Why isn't she under arrest? Because it's he said, she said, right?
He said, she said, because the cameras don't work.
Okay. Okay. Isn't that funny?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Carlos, can I talk to you a second?
You ever done that?
No, I need my gun still. Someone still has my gun.
We'll get back to you a second. We like to be the only ones with guns on calls. What I want to talk to you about is the whole thing that went down here.
She called me a nigger.
I know about
She
all
called me a
that.
faggot, and then she said 2 black men were waving their
And
guns.
they're going to write all that up too. Of course, they're saying what they're saying. What I want to talk to you about is the officer's response to the scene here.
They did everything correctly.
Okay. So
I already knew that. But because
Based
that's
off
cold,
what they have
based
to
off what she
Based off
said.
what she
So why
said,
isn't she being arrested for a false police report? And true,
Well-
because wait, it's not your guys' to decide who was it. That's a judge determination to decide who was lying or not,
they're
correct?
also saying that you put your hand on your gun and threatened them.
So when?
When they show,
Can you show that?
Can they show?
She put her hands on me and called me a nigger and called me a faggot.
Can you show that?
That's why we're documenting it all.
I just wonder if they have all these cameras here, all these people that
Apparently
were in
their
here.
Comcast camera is new. And they
I have
haven't turned it on
Comcast
yet.
and it doesn't work like
I
that.
have representatives with Comcast. I will call
they don't have
Comcast.
it.
Wait, Chris,
Yeah,
I will call
Okay,
Comcast.
so here's
I'll
my
speak to
thing.
my rep and
Here's
find
my
out
thing.
What happened with these cameras?
where do I need to go to? I'm
wanna file
I'm
a
filing
police
police report against you guys, against her, and then against the department too. So what, do I go to Seattle? Because this was handled incorrectly.
There's a website you can go to with our Office of Professional Accountability. You can make
Where's the
complaint.
actual office that I can go into? Because
Because
we have one in Everett, but I don't know the one.
Is it on Harvard?
Is it downtown Seattle?
At 710 Second Avenue, I believe.
I think that's Second
yeah,
Avenue.
yeah.
Important building, I think the 18th floor, something like that.
Okay. Well, I guess we're done here. Where's my
I
gun?
need my gun.
Okay.
I need his gun.
How many guns do we have here?
Your weapon inspector. Would you mind
I'll leave it in there.
Okay.
Actually, let me just put it inside. Can you put it in my thing for me?
checks out magazines right here? Weapons
If you
right
like,
here.
you
Okay.
can call OPA, or you can call them directly.
No, you can
or
take a
go, or you
complaint.
can go there.
Can you
first.
take a complaint for me since you were here? Because I'm finna just drive there anyways.
Okay. No, you already got a complaint documented with what went on here with the scene. What's your complaint about the officer? You said they did everything right based on what you said. So you have something to make a complaint about, unless you want to think it over.
You can't make a complaint.
That's
Because they did everything
but do
right
you
based
guys
on what
see?
was said
Can
to
you
them.
just do this for like? What can I do? What can
What
I
you're
do?
doing now, they're writing
Carlos,
everything
like
up
I
that
told
you said.
before, I swear to God, there was a burglary and it was a black victim, and he came out with a gun in his waistband, like I told you, and I came walking up and I said, "Are you the homeowner?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Are you legal to carry?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay, so long as you're in my company, just don't reach for it." And he said, "Okay." and we had a conversation. I took a
But
police report.
that's different from if his
But
neighbor
see, you
were
were
to call.
upset, though. See, the problem
No,
is-
I was not upset when you guys came. I was not upset when you guys came. When you came, I said I'm not cooperating until I find out why you're here. Because the last time that happened, they said that I kidnapped 2 white people and I shot one of them. And one person was going to shoot, like he was like, and I was like, that officer
was
looks a
Florida,
little.
right?
No, that was in Everett.
Oh, okay.
So I am very cautious putting my back to police officers until I know why you're here. And that's why I backed up, because I'm not going to turn my back on you and let you arrest me and then be like, oh, he's struggling, pow, pow. It happens. We've seen it all the time. I need to know why you're here. That way I can keep myself calm. I don't know what was
If
said.
you do decide you want to make a complaint against us, here's the, or whatever you think.
I mean, there's
There's
you guys.
a website you can go on to contact our office.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make a complaint against you. I'm going to use social media and I'm going to use the news, because that's the only way. You guys did everything right, but what it is systematic oppression, and it's the system ever since Jim Crow, and white women have been able to call and say whatever they want to say, and then know they're not going to get in trouble for it because it's he
So
said, she
it went
said.
from him waving the gun around to him touching the gun.
Actually, she
But the
said didn't say anything about you guys
story
touching the gun.
Who
It
said-
was- That's one of the employees.
One of them who were all in here.
Who all in here? So
It's
who
okay.
said
Let's go.
it?
Let's go. Thank you guys.
Who said he touched you?
Let's go. Christopher, we'll just handle this with social media.
I just want to know who.
You'll read in the report.
Saw the officers say they're going to make a report. They made a report. I will put a picture of the police report here. You guys feel free to call Seattle PD and let them know how you felt, how I was treated. Like I told Seattle PD, it's not you. You guys, you reacted to what was given to you. You did your job correctly. The problem is we have people who, and this happens all the time, and this is why Chris and I always call the police. Even when I see you calling the police on me, I will call them just so there's a 911 call of me being calm. Just so there's something on record of me not actually doing that, because a lot of white people, they use the police as objects of oppression. They know, well, black people are afraid of police. Oh, I'll call the police. The lady literally told me, as I'm sitting there right before I started recording, like right when I got there, I was like, ma'am, I'm not leaving. And she goes, well, I'm gonna call the police and you'll just be the next Freddie Gray. The next Freddie Gray? They're out here. They know what they're doing. They're abiding within the law, because the law says it's he said, she said. It's he said, she said. It wasn't he said, she said when she said that I was trying to kill her at her business. Y'all believed her. Y'all didn't believe me though. Black men, arm yourself. Be smart, know your rights. As you saw in this video, I did everything right. And the reason I was able to do everything right is because I'm not afraid of them. I study them. You have to know your enemy before you can beat your enemy. You have to know their plays. You have to know what they're going to do. The old lady that you guys saw in the video, she was not arrested. She was not asked questions or anything. She literally just went about her day. And then had the audacity to call me 20 minutes afterwards. Because I called to talk to the owner. I called because I still needed my fucking information so I can get my money back from Groupon. Like, nothing was accomplished. And this is exactly what they did. I still needed the information that I needed so I can get my money back from Groupon. So I called to try to speak to the owner. She ended up answering and was like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I didn't think that they would come out with guns. And I was like, you lied. And she's like, well, my boss told me to lie on the phone because he felt uncomfortable and didn't want to give you your money back. So you were willing to put my life at risk because y'all knew y'all stole and you weren't willing to give my money back and you thought maybe I had a warrant or I would be afraid of the police and leave? That's the problem with our country. It is not police brutality. Yes, there is police brutality, but that's not why we are angry with police. It's because you guys keep letting them use you as tools of oppression. That lady, after all of that evidence was given, after I can show you that I was calm, after I can show you that none of those accusations that was said, she should have been arrested for a false police report, and she should have been arrested for her fucking, her racism, her blatant racism, her blatant homophobia. This is what happens. The only thing that we have is our voice, which is why I'm using it. I will put the link up to all of my local news stations. I've already called them. They are already aware of the story. Will they run the story? I don't know, because you have a black man involved with the police and a white woman. They never want to run the story when the black man is actually the one who's the victim. Y'all, I need y'all's help. Help me raise awareness to this issue. Help me raise awareness that police are being used as fucking tools to oppress people of color. It's sad. It's getting really ridiculous. And you can't even leave your house or get your car detailed without someone lying on you and saying that you tried to be black and rob them with a gun. I will fight y'all back. I won't fight you. with steel or with bullets. I'm going to fight you with my words. I'm going to fight you. I will continue to do that every day. I will continue to stand by my rights. I will continue to carry my gun. You're not going to make me afraid to carry my gun. Y'all, be safe out here. Much love. And all I have to say is just protect yourself and protect your families.